Be the change. Be the change is not about becoming something different from who you are, or being the change is not changing into something new, something that you are not. Being the change is not about that. Being the change is just unraveling and unveiling, taking away all those layers of taught behavior so that you can finally be who you are. So be the change is all about an inner journey taking you into who you really are, your essence of who you really are. Presence, peace, love. Magic, yeah. Magician. 5 of Wands, standing your ground. Temperance, Magician. Trust the present moment. A lot of times we always feel like we have to control some things, like control what is going to happen in the near future, control how we react to it, control our responses to it. I know I'm guilty of that. I can envision things in my head, and then I can play it out, and this is what I'm going to say, and this is what I'm going to do, and this is how it's going to be, and this is how it's going to turn out. A little bit dusty today. So, and I plan it out, and then I feel like that is how it has to be, which that though of course is not true, because it will be what it will be. And if you and me self, if we trust the present moment, the soul within us knows what to say. The soul within us already has all the answers. Hi cat, Margie, you want to sit here? Come on, I got you. It's your cushion, isn't it? Here she is. Yeah, he's so cute. And so, being the magician also requires, emotions, good ones, like higher emotions. It requires rigorous honesty with oneself. And it requires action. Trusting in the flow of life. Here we go. Trusting in the flow of life. Trusting the present moment, trusting in the flow of life is going to be key. If you can do that, then you already have quieted your mind a little bit. See things clearer. Whatever you're going to do, if you're going to manifest it, you have to be on the vibrational frequency of what you want to manifest. We have a prince. Oh, they're all Prince Charming, aren't they? Especially when they talk about themselves. They're all Prince Charming. So we have light attribute with Prince. We have romantic charm and potential for power. Potential for power. This is like the whole thing with tarot too. It's like you have the potential of being the magician in your own life, and you have the potential of standing your ground and looking for peace. You have the potential to be balanced and to be not holding back, but completely trusting in and manifesting what you desire. You have the potential to trust the present moment. But if you're going to be able to trust the present moment, you have to let go of some of the control. And how do you let go of some of the control? Being in the present moment. There is no future. There is no past. There's nothing to plan. There's nothing to wait for. There's nothing going on after this. This is it. This is it. This moment is it. So if you can lean into the moment and lean on the moment and just be in the moment, in the moment. shadow attributes of the prince. So I think in the ego world that we're living in, I think most people think they are the king, but they might be the prince. And then they are using power for self-aggrandizement, to using their power for their own self. For me, it's me, it's mine. I want it, it's mine. So that would be the ego. And there's nothing wrong with charm and power, but it is a, those are two attributes. So charm and power. If you have charm and power, there's going to be a lot of attention to those things, and that's going to draw a lot of attention in, which would require the human to be even stronger within themselves, within the moment, within the power of now, standing firm within their own power, to not let all those labels go to your head, because the labels are just that, they are just labels. How much you manage to grow within yourself is a different story. That's where the true power is. So people can give you a title, they can put anything on you, like, oh, grandmaster, or they can put on there like district manager, or they can put on there CEO, or they can put all kinds of stuff on there. It doesn't mean that you are a good leader. It doesn't mean that you have the power. It can be just because you knew somebody, or you were raised that way, or it just is in your family, or, you know, it could be different things. And then rising to the power, it requires internal work. If you want to be truly powerful, you have to do the internal work. And this starts with what's going on in your mind, getting familiarized with your mind. Openness, being open. Openness, if you're gonna influence people and you're gonna, it's smart, it's good to be strategic. Sometimes it's good to be strategic. You can do things and have people go along with it because of the strategy that you're using. Openness, though, is always smart, because if people notice that you are doing things strategically that they weren't told about or informed about, sometimes they can harbor resentment and ill feelings, just because nobody likes to be manipulated, and nobody likes to feel like they were like this puppet that was just slinged around there for someone else's wish fulfillment. I'm gonna get you to dance my little dance so that I can have you in the way that I want you. Nobody likes to feel that they were being done that to. And so being open, having openness, being clear intentions, having clear intentions, and then using strategies and all that stuff is good. But manifesting perfectly what you desire. So it's all about the growth. Here, it's all about the growth. Like whatever you want to manifest. If you want to manifest a good family life, or if you want to manifest a good relationship, or you want to manifest a good work environment, or you want to manifest a good social circle, or you want to manifest a good whatever circle, or whatever thing. Whatever you want to manifest in your life that you desire, then you have to be that person who can also be in those circumstances. So how can you grow yourself? How can you level up within yourself? How can you take away some of the uncertainties, some of the insecurities, some of the self-doubt, some of the self-sabotage? How can you clear the way so that you have your own space, you have your own clarity, and you have your own power, and you trust in your own authenticity? So you have to figure out what are your things that are hindering that free spirit to come out of you. And so looking for peace, surrounded by good. Surroundings are good. And then blockage can be too many things to do maybe sometimes. I know most people have a lot of stuff to do to make ends meet and to be able to do what they have to do in their life. So it can be a blockage on the passion stuff that you're doing, the things that you really want to do. And sometimes other things take precedence, because that's life. And that is part of life too, is to, are you going to be able to juggle the things that you need to juggle to maintain and to make the manifestations that you're trying to manifest to come true? Are you going to be able to do it? And you will if you put your mind and your heart to it. Trusting in the present moment, the Nine of Swords is usually like a nightmare thing, and the nightmare thing is definitely not in the present moment. You won't have any nightmares when you're in the present moment, but you will have nightmares if you're in the past, or you could have nightmares if you're in the past. Some people have all reminiscing too, so it's not everybody who has nightmares in the past, but they will show up only if you're disconnected from the present moment. In the present moment, you will find peace. And so in the present moment is, we also have the Six of Cups. So someone is reminiscing about the past, and it can also create like a nightmare moment, because now in the past, everything was so good and everything was so easy, and you had all these, and we romanticize it, we make it easier and better than it was sometimes. And heavy burdens. Also, it's not your responsibility to hop around on planet Earth and do everything that everybody asks of you. It's not your job to make sure that everybody over there is happy and everybody over there is happy and they have what they need over there. It's not your job to take care of everybody else first. It's your job to take care of yourself first. And that can be, that's enough. That's a lot. Like taking care of your own growth, taking care of becoming a better version and not a different version, just taking away some of the things that you don't want within yourself, that you don't like within yourself, and just working on it and taking it and working on it so that you can release it from yourself, your true essence of self. You got the Seven of Swords, which can be like a different strategy. It can be doing things in a different way. It can be a different way of thinking, having things come together with a different type of strategy. It's smart, like if you are a business person or entrepreneur or you whatever you're doing, it's a good thing to have that capability in your mind to be able to strategize and put things in place in a way that will make what you are setting out to do successful. But it can also be a card of like trickery, that you don't really trust your own power. You don't trust your own power 100%. So you're trying to do some sneaky stuff over there to make sure that you get your way anyway. And so there can be insecurities, and there can be insecurities and fear wrapped up in the Seven of Swords, that like, if you trust the present moment, you won't have the nightmares. If you trust the present moment, you don't have to be sneaky about it. If you trust the present moment, you don't have to overwork yourself and be completely overloaded because you're trying to make sure that your guilt is not killing you. So you're trying to take care of everything else around you. So you feel less guilty. And then there you go. Now that's your hamster wheel, and you can do that till you die if you want to. That's okay. And maybe they will appreciate it to the people. Maybe. They might not even. So think about it before you take all of your energy and give it away to other people, because Eight of Swords, releasing myself from self-inflicted binds. So this is someone who is still doubting yourself, still not sure if you can do it, and full of self-doubt, and not sure if it's for me. I'm not sure if I can do this. I'm not sure if I'm this enough, and I'm not sure if I'm that enough, and I'm not sure if I'm good enough for that, or like all these things are questions that are consequences from other people's judgments of you. So if you want to keep those judgments that those other people said, well, you can't do that. No, this is too much of that. It's too little of that, and you can't do that. No, that's stupid. What? That's your dream. Wow, you can't do that. And then they will keep saying that until, and if you keep repeating that to yourself, it's like you believe in them, and now you're doing it to yourself. So whoever those people were that told you that before, now if you notice your own voice, so sitting down, closing your eyes, and just be aware of what are you thinking about? What's the kind of thoughts? Write it down so you can keep track of it. Like, other people see you as someone wise who can see through the BS. Like, you can see through the heartthrobs and the manipulation techniques and the posing and the making up things, and you can see through it, and you can see things clearly as they are, and also act upon it in a mature way, not react to it, but just observing it and allowing it to be what it is, and then working on your own dang self. That's the only place you can take your power back, is within your own dang self. And so if you have anything going on outside of yourself, you just have to figure out, how can you deal with it? What is your emotional reaction to it at the moment? How can you change your thoughts about it? How can you change your thinking about it? How can you find peace in the present moment and your own worthiness? It will take care of all of that. You wouldn't have to worry about any of that. And so the ego doesn't want you to do that, because ego loves this stuff. The ego is made up of these conflicts, of these potential conflicts, of these strategizing. Ego is made up of the good old days, it was so much better before. The ego is made up for like scarcity mindsets, all kinds of stuff. Ego loves that stuff, because once you are in the grasp of fear, you are very easy to talk into things, to move in the direction where you want. Fearful people are easier to move and to have them do what you want them to do. Peaceful people don't really, you can't really bait them in the same way, because peace is such a different state of mind. It's such a different place to be in, that you can't really phase them the same way from a sense of peace. And so looking for a sense of peace is very, very beneficial in any way. And so celebrations, again, anything you achieve, any kind of little epiphany that you have, like a little bit of awareness, like, okay, here I am, I thought I was doing pretty good, but now that I think about it, I think I am sabotaging myself in different ways. And so now that you know about it, that's the first thing. The first step is the knowing about it and being honest enough to say, you know what, that might be true, I might be doing the same thing. And so being aware of it and allowing yourself to be that, for like to apply those things to your life, is going to be also crucial, because those were techniques that you learned to do when you had no other options. And so now you can unlearn them, and celebrating everything that you achieve, every little milestone, every little step along the way, every time you do something that is from your soul's purpose. Every time you do something to raise your own vibration, to raise your own emotions, so that you can manifest what you desire, not what you're afraid of. Because this here manifestation, you are a powerful manifester. And if you manifest with these things going on around you, like heavy burdens, nightmares, or fear, a lot of uncertainty and fear, and not thinking that you're good enough, or maybe are releasing yourself from the things that you think that you weren't good enough of. And when you manifest from that state of mind, you're going to manifest more things to enhance those things. So first thing, manifest a peaceful presence. Manifest yourself as a peaceful presence. In the moment, no thoughts about the future. You're not trying to get anywhere, not trying to achieve something. You're just, no past. There's nothing happened before. There's nothing there. It's just you in this very moment. Breathe in. There's the space around you. It's peaceful. Now you can start manifesting from a different place. And the hard work that you are putting in, it will pay off. It always does. And just keep chipping away. Because the Nine of Cups is here, and trusting in the flow of life, trusting in divine timing, trusting that everything will be okay, and trusting in that is going to be very fruitful. And also the potential for power, and using romantic charm and potential for power. So using that to your advantage and for other people's advantage, using it for your highest good and also for other people's highest good. And then push yourself, or stretch yourself, so that you can come closer towards that. And now you're going to be a great leader for others, because the transformation and the transitions that you are going through as a soul here on planet Earth is going to be the lesson that other people can follow too. So Esther and Abraham Hicks says, desire for many people, often feels like yearning, desire. So you're yearning for it. I want that. I want that. I want that. And the desire, I have the desire for this and I'm yearning for it. For a while, they are focused upon something that they want to experience or have. They are equally aware of its absence. And so while they are using words of desire, they are offering a vibration of lack. So you have this desire, but I'm yearning for it because I don't have it yet. I'm yearning for it. I don't have it yet. I'm yearning for it. I don't have it yet. It's my desire. I'm yearning for it. I don't have it yet. So it's the lack. It's always the lack there. And they come to think that the feeling of desire is like wanting something that they do not have. But there is no feeling of lack in pure desire. No lack in pure desire. If you will keep in mind that whenever you ask, it is always given, then each of your desires will now be pure, unresisted desire. The beautiful light in me, it honors, respects, and loves. Same beautiful light in you, and until next time, namaste.